I have a question regarding awareness being non-located. Over the last couple of months, I've had many awakening experiences that have brought deep insight and peace. The seeking is fading away and a sense of awe is arising in me that is indescribable. Woohoo! I do, however, still feel like I am behind the eyes looking out at the world, even though I am seeing and sensing the magic that is distinguished as ordinary things. Disguised. Can you speak a little about the feeling of awareness being located in the head and how that is an illusion? Yeah, I can, Lloyd. So we appear to think in the head, although scientists have not really found thinking. They don't really know where it is or where it arises from, which is quite funky, eh? We don't really know where, how, why thinking happens. Could be that thinking is in the wall. It could be that it comes from outer space. But we've been told it's in the head. And I suspect that that's an important thing. So we've been told it's in the head, and then we've been told that the awareness, the consciousness is in the head. But we don't separate, when we're identified, we don't separate out the consciousness and the awareness from the I. So that's not separated out. So I suspect that the reason that we feel like the awareness is inside the head or behind the eyes is because we've been told so often that is where we are, and that is where other people are, is they're kind of in the head. And also I think it has to do with the speaking comes from the mouth. We're watching people's facial expressions, you know, and like how they're responding to us. So there is like this dual thing that's happening. We're being pointed to that we are in there and that they are in there. And the rest of the body is kind of like something that tags along. It's like, oh, the arms, the rest of the body. So I think that has a big part to play in it. Now, I tried to tell this story recently, but it really didn't work. About one time when I had a drug experience and I realized that gravity was also a thought, and I really couldn't convey that. But it's like, because we're being told so much about gravity and we have so many thoughts about gravity, we kind of have this feeling of pulling down and this feeling of gravity. But it's kind of also very enhanced by our thinking about it and by what we've been told. Yeah, that's kind of weird though. That's hard for me to explain unless you experience it. You'll be like, yeah, Lisa, you are on the money. Thank you. So because we're being told that, then it's like an energy arises in the head, and maybe it's also the chakra becomes more activated as well. So and this is what the energetic expansion is to me, is that consciousness let go and goes back out into everything, or there is a letting go and it goes back out into everything. So in one way, I still feel like I'm looking from here, like the character is looking from here. But then in another sense, my sense of self, my true sense of self, my consciousness feels like it's everywhere, so it feels like it's expanded. So the Lisa character feels in there, but also Lisa's kind of invisible, like she's also disappearing all the time and doesn't really exist, just seemingly the character is coming and going. But the sense of self expands, and that's what I mean by energetic expansion. And it's the same for the I am. The I am feels like it's in the heart or in the body somewhere. So the I am is more embodied, this sense of existence. And that also expands, because that's also not inside the body, it is everywhere. And this is the freedom to me. That's the heart of what's being talked about. is that those things which have been claimed by you to be inside the body aren't inside the body, they're everywhere. And when that's known and seen, and there is a perception of that, there is a freedom that comes that's not personal, because it's that consciousness and that I am aren't tied to the body anymore, they're all places. And the body is like a vessel in this that this is being looked at through, but it's not the center of the universe anymore, it's part of this. Lisa doesn't want to die, she doesn't want to experience immense pain, but she's not like the center like she was before. The center is all things. Yeah. I don't know if that helps, Lloyd. You can see. Helps, not helps is a very unknowable thing, believe it or not.